guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Horigo here again. So in today's session, we plan to do a one pointer. It's pretty scarce for me at the moment, so it's quite exciting for me to do a tattoo that finishes in the same day. We're going to be tattooing a beetle. It's pretty kind of a funky looking beetle. Like the wings and part of the beetle has got masks and faces on it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So we'll be tattooing my client Jimmy today. It involves a cover up. So he's got this old sakyang on the back center of his upper neck back kind of thing, and our objective was to try to cover that. So we've come up with this design. So today's objective is to stencil this piece and then finish the tattoo. Leave it.
You could make it, yeah.
Or do you reckon it doesn't need it? As the stencil looks, or the drawing, Jimmy has requested to extend some of the tattoo to kind of creep up onto his neck. So I've decided to just freehand some of the bits and pieces to extend the tattoo up onto his neck. So the texture, the Sharpie blue lines, are the bits I freehanded, and they're the bits we extended off the stencil. This piece kind of really sits high up on his neck, so obviously when you wear like a t-shirt, the head of this beetle is going to pop out, and to emphasize that a little bit, Jimmy wanted to kind of extend some of the arms type, like a bit of a tentacle type thing coming up a little bit further up, almost behind his ear kind of thing. So these are the bits I extended. I guess it's kind of cooler to have more stuff showing out of your shirt. Yeah. In regards to this piece, I've decided to use maybe 3 types of thicknesses in regards to line work. I like to produce different types of contrast in regards to line work. I think after you execute the tattoo, I think it has a really nice feel to it, to be able to see thin lines and thick lines at the same time. So with this beetle, obviously the big outside, the kind of the silhouette of the whole piece is kind of a bit thicker. And if you look carefully towards the inside of the piece, you can see some thick lines through there as well. And obviously to make a bit of contrast with that, I've added some extra thin lines to it as well. So this piece has about 3 different types of thicknesses of line work. The piece is on a bit of like a funny spot. It's kind of semi-back, semi-neck, and it wraps around a little bit. So it was quite difficult to position my client appropriately. And what I chose was to sit him up in a stool and kind of lean forward a little bit, just so I can stand up and I can reach around, and so I don't have to put him in different types of positions. I just wanted him to be very, very comfortable. Obviously it all kind of relates on having the hard work on my end. So I've had to stand up and have to lean right forward. So in regards to this tattoo, it was quite easy to execute as in regards to design, but the position and the process of tattooing was a little bit enduring for me. Like it's all part of the game. It's very exciting to start and finish a tattoo in that one day. This overall piece obviously looks like a beetle, so it's like a new school type, hybrid type beetle, I guess. I don't know. Where the beetle has the shell, where the wings sit on, like inside it, we've put masks. So the first layer you can see is a hanya mask. You can kind of see the horns kind of next to its face, and when the horns come down, you can kind of see half of a hanya face. That's the top kind of shell part, I guess. And then the next layer, you see like a female face. Her face is split as well. So it's kind of like a female mask again. And then if you look in between the 2 female split faces, you can see kind of these kind of grooves, kind of ripples. And I specifically did that for a reason, because that's where the cover-up sits. So the cover-up sits in the middle of the beetle. I didn't want to put the cover-up where the face is, because I wanted to keep the face nice, so it's soft shading kind of thing. So it would have been very tricky for me to cover it up. So I decided to open it up a bit and then give it those groovy bits to be able to cover it up a bit easier. The foundation of the design came from Jimmy's reference. So the very first initial console we had, Jimmy showed me a drawing of a beetle with something that looks quite similar to this actually, but obviously I don't like to copy things and I didn't want to do the same, so I drew my version of it. It's very similar to the actual design he brought in, but I drew my hanyas and I drew my kind of female mask face. It kind of looks like an okame, but it's not an okame, but like a lady female face. To explain a little bit about the masks, obviously the hanya, it's a mask, it's a demon. There's different meanings in regards to hanya. The ones I like to talk about and to explain is, a long time ago in Japan, everyone thought that females were devils because they had their monthly cycles when they bleed. So some people say the hanya mask or the hanya is the true looks of a female. It's pretty interesting actually. Even it still lives today, this tradition. Like for example, when traditional weddings in Japan, you'll see a big balloon on the bride's head, or you'll see like this big thick bandana around her hair as well. So these are called horn hiders. A female hides their horns and gets married, kind of thing, so that it's kind of ties into this hanya kind of story. But yeah, pretty much it's the true looks of a female, and the female hide their horns to get married. It's a bit of a vast, interesting topic in regards to hanya, so we plan to make another detailed video on hanyas and masks or something like that, so please stay tuned. In regards to the contrast and the feel of the whole piece, I was quite conscious of where I want to put the dark bits, where I want to put the light bits to make this one point look nice on the skin. If you look at the piece very carefully, like the outside where the legs are, where the feet are, I've used a little bit of a darker shade to give more of a stronger feel towards the outside of it. And where the shell is, where the wings are, I've tried to use from pure black to almost skin color to produce nice contrast. In regards to contrast on a tattoo, we have to keep in mind and we have to be quite aware of how the tattoo will look when it's finished, and how the tattoo will look completely when it's healed after a few years almost. So that's where the thinking comes into place. I think how it's going to age when I concentrate on the contrast of the shading. I want to try to calculate how this piece will look, for example, in 1 year's time, 5 years time, 10 years time. I've concentrated on, section by section. The feet are like that because I wanted to make it look like that in regards to the skin. The shell, there's layers from dark to medium to light, and then if you look carefully on the wings, I haven't used any black. Obviously the outlining is quite fine lines with black, but I've used a real dark shade of grey wash in regards to the big thick outlines of the wings, and I try to give it that transparent look because wings got that real soft, almost like a see-through look. So as the wings come out towards his shoulders, I've tried to make them look a little bit softer. They're all thought about separately, and everything put together forms this kind of like a tattoo magic, and it looks good on the skin, I believe. Yeah. So that's my thought process in regards to creating the design, executing the actual tattoo on skin. Yeah, I try to be very conscious of how it looks at the very, very end.
If you've made it this far into the video, we just want to thank you, our team at BUNSHINREN. We've been making a lot of videos recently and we appreciate the support that you've been giving us. We've just passed 2,000 subscribers. By the time that this video comes out, it may be a little bit more. So thank you everybody for watching, supporting the channel with liking and commenting. If you like these kind of videos, then please let us know in the comments below. We are more than happy to detail a little bit on these one-point designs. And yeah, hope you have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.